What's going on, people? Back at it again, playing that Madden 10. Didn't really have anything to showcase as far as games play is concerned in this video. I just wanted to also give some tips. First of all, I think I did a very good job in the play calling, because I noticed that they were lining up a lot on my right hand side. So what I did is I ran a toss sweep where a couple of my linemen are pulling. It just so happened it was the right play call. But what I wanted to emphasize in this video is the fact that you have to be patient, just like real football, and you will break away. A lot of people just get the ball and they just instantly press the speed button and that's it, and they just take off running. But me, what I like to do is I like to be patient. I played football. I was a running back, as well as I played linebacker and free safety. So I know football, so I really play the game as if I'm on the field. So I'm not going to talk your head off, but just take a look at the footage where Willie Parker, of course I'm playing with my Steelers, with Willie Parker I was very patient, and I turned on the speed burst when it mattered. Take a look. See, right now I'm running regular speed. I turn into my blockers to suck the defense in, and as soon as I see that they committed to it, I break to the outside and cut on the Jets. Now I'm going to show you that in slow motion one more time. Alright, I get the ball. At this point, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to set him up. So I see this guy here, all the way on the outside here. I see he has containment somewhat, so I don't want to get into a one-on-one match with him. So I figure what I'm going to do is suck him in by turning to the inside, and once he commits, I bounce it to the outside. Now I did notice something funny there. I don't know what number 78 is doing, my lead block out there. I don't know what he's doing. I don't really like that. I'll go on the record and say I don't like that. I don't know what kind of awareness that is. So, like I said, man, EA has to touch up a lot of things in the game. Overall, I really feel like this is a good game. It's a very good game with some issues. It has some AI issues, somewhat on offense, has a few on defense when it comes to the defensive awareness of the ball and awareness of what's going on, and a few animations. I can't really say animations are bad in this game. They're a lot better, but there's just a few animations that 2K Sports had that I think EA should look into, as well as physics. I feel like if EA can incorporate real physics in the football game, then the animations will take care of itself. Physics and awareness is what EA Sports needs to touch up on, and this game will be perfect. But I'm going to go on record and say I like the game. The game is pretty good. In my opinion, it's definitely worth playing, buying even. If it's for you, go ahead and buy it. If it's not, don't buy it. Simple as that, But I will go on record and say there are some issues in the game. There are a few issues, but in my opinion, they're not enough to keep me from playing the game. I'm a football fan. I love the NFL. So at this point, this is the only NFL football game we have available. So I got to go with it. I will say 2K Sports, all pro football had a lot of realism, but it's still not the NFL team. So I got to stick with that. But anyway, let me show this film. I'm sorry, not film. This video in regular speed so you can see exactly what happened. Take a look. Cut on the Jets, and he's out of there. I like that. Now I want to show something else here. Man, of course we've all seen this in all of the animations. I just like the running, man. You know, it looks like Willie Parker at this moment, you know, you could tell right there. I was just jogging a little bit. Then I turn on the jets. I like this motion that it shows that he's like really trying to beat this guy. You know what I mean? It looks like he's struggling trying to get to the corner. I like that. That's realistic. You see what I mean? EA has some realistic points. You know, I know a lot of guys out here saying that, you know, this is a whack game, the game sucks. In my opinion, the game far from sucks. Yeah, it far from sucks. You know, it's a good game. It does need some improvement. How about that? But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get back to the game, make some more videos, and let me know what you think.